Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Hello, and welcome to my wonderful show. I've got a fantastic person with us today, and she is so happy to be here. Quick thing for you. I had something playing in the back, but I've got a fantastic person here for you today. So many people are stuck in their houses and are starting to come out amid this COVID thing, but some of us are still stuck and we're not coming out. But we still need to be motivated to do the very best that we can do in our private lives and in our business life. And today I've got a super awesome guest for you that's going to blow your socks off. So come on in. As I say, get in where you fit in and go tell a friend, your family, your mama, your daddy, and everybody around, and even tell your frenemies to come on in, because I've got a powerhouse for you today. And she is going to shed some light on what's stopping you in getting motivated to do the things that you need to do to upbrand yourself and upbrand your life so that you can help other people. So come on in, get in where you fit in, and make sure you have something to drink. Today, I am drinking coffee. Now, many of you know that I'm not really much of a coffee drinker, but today I'm drinking some coffee, and I typically drink Organo Gold. Why? Because it has a blend of various mushrooms in them that help to fortify your immune system. And it also gives you a power punch when it comes to energy. So that's why I'm drinking that. And so I'm going to take a sip as you come on in. That's great. So when you come in, go ahead and put a number 1 in the block below. Let me know that you're here and let me know where you're coming in from. Because this dynamic guest, wait till she tells you where she's coming in from. Now, this person has traveled all over the world, and she's traveling here today virtually to be with you and I so that we can help ourselves ignite and take flight. Now, I just want to say that note takers are money makers. So if you don't have your notepad and your pen, get it. If you can't find a pen or a pencil, come on, ladies. I know you got an eyebrow pencil somewhere. Go and get that eyebrow pencil, because what she's going to share with you is worth you writing it down. So come on in and get in where you fit in. Hey, Elena Pie, good to see you. Where you coming in from, Elena Pie? It's good to see you. And I see Daisy all the way from South Carolina. Merel, the wonderful author, is all the way from Perth, Australia. And I see Sean all the way from Ohio. I saw Angela Elting all the way from Washington, D.C. So come on in and get in where you fit in. Now, I'm about to bring my guest. And if you want to see my guest come on, you need to go ahead and put a 2 in the block below, because a 2 in the block below, because this broadcast 2 is just for you. So come on in, put your 2s in. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get streaming. I saw Daisy. She already put her number 1 in earlier. I see Angie. She already got her 2 going in. So come on in. And guess what? If you haven't shared, if you haven't liked, go ahead, share, like, and start a watch party as we get started. I see folks all the way from Ontario, Canada. Good to see you. So we're getting ready. Come on in. Get your notepad, get your pen, and get you something good to drink. And sit back and hold tight, because I'm getting ready to introduce you to some person that's dynamite. Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Hey, folks, and welcome to the show. I want you to welcome my fabulous, famous author, speaker, coach. You know, I didn't have enough room to put all her accolades in the post, but here is Mrs. Tomei. It is so great to see you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Afternoon, and evening, and morning, wherever you are. Very
Awesome.
glad to be here, my dear. I'm completely privileged to be here and to share a little bit about me, about my work, and with you that you are doing amazing things also. So it's a pleasure, and I hope we can ignite all the energy and motivation people
Yes.
has to have to
Yes.
succeed.
So I'm telling you, Tanya, we got people from all over the globe here. We've got Daisy Richey. She's all the way from South Carolina. DC is in the house. We've got Elaine Pye. Elaine, where you coming in from? Mirel, she's here with us, of course. And she's all the way from Perth, Australia. We've got Sean. He's from Ohio, I believe. Sean's from Ohio. Daisy's from South Carolina. We've got Angie Elting from DC. We got Toronto. We've got people from all over the planet. And we've got William all the way out of the UK. So it's so good to see you. And folks, if you have not liked or shared or started a watch party, you better go run and tell somebody right now, because I've got this powerful author, this powerful speaker. She's been all over the world, but she's here with us today. So please tell our viewers a little bit about you, who you are, and what you do.
So who is Tanya Tomei? Tanya Tomei is a multifaceted person. I'm an economist by profession. I'm used to be a banker, almost more than 13 years in my industry. And 8 years ago, I did start my company. And what we do, we have a one-stop solution for companies and investors that want to set up their business in Africa countries and Portuguese speaking countries in general. We facilitate all the meetings that they have to have, because we have a huge networking portfolio with the public sector and the private sector as well. We do advisory and juridical, technical, and market advisory, and also we do activate campaigns. And 4 years ago, we did start this journey to train people, entrepreneurs and leaders, to empower them, to ignite them, to achieve the best potential. So we do work with companies and individuals to achieve different results.
Awesome. So you said more than a mouthful there. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If you are an entrepreneur, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you're an aspiring writer, or if you're a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, and you're just trying to level up, get your notepad and get your pen, because Tiny's going to tell you some things that's going to help you help yourself ignite and take flight. Because as she just said, she does it all. She does it all. So I want to ask, where are you now? Because I know you're all over the world. I saw your broadcast in Australia not too long with Marielle, which was powerful, amazing. And I know you've been traveling. So where are you now coming in from?
So in fact, I just came from United States and from Sierra Leone, but now I am in Mozambique, stuck with the COVID-19. So coronavirus is taking over.
Yes,
So
it is.
here, I am here, and I'm working from home right now.
Awesome. But it's taking over, but it's not taking over you. It's not stopping you. And it's not stopping me. And it's not stopping our viewers. That's for sure. So if you like the fact that she is letting us know that we cannot and we will not be stopped, put a 3 in the comment below. Put a 3 in the comment below. And I want to acknowledge Dr. Elliot Heflin. Dr. Elliot Heflin is here. And Dr. Elliot, I see your number 2 that you just put in the comment on my phone. So yes, I'm tracking, because sometimes, you know, we have these little computer glitches and we don't want to miss a thing. So Tanya, can you please tell us, you've shared who you are and what you do. Can you please tell us who inspired you, one, to do what you do, after you tell us why you do what you do?
It's a very challenged thing. It's a very challenged question, because I can't correlate me with things that I really, you know, as a coach, as an entrepreneur, as someone that wants to empower other leaders. But I can correlate myself with the work of my family, my parents, my
Yes.
father, my moms. I can correlate because they always, all of their lives, they did work to empower other people. So to empower and impact the society. So if I can share with you who did inspire me, of course, my family. But of course, in my journey, I had many different challenge. I had many different relationship with many different degrees, courses, because I did many. Not only economics, I'm economist by profession, but I did entrepreneurship, I did spirituality, and all of my journey, I and even as a person they love to read, because all my life I have been reading many different things. So it's difficult, but that was a book, a very impacting book, the Alvin Toffler, changing the narrative. And I did read that book with 12 years old. I was very young indeed. So I can tell you that the people that did inspire me was different authors worldwide. And even now, I can't bring all of them. But I can tell you that read was one of the inspiring things that I had the opportunity to do all my life. Are you there?
Yes, of course, I'm here. So what I'm hearing you say is reading and changing the narrative. And I often talk about changing the narrative. I say that I'm the person that takes the needle off the record, because many people know we've got this record playing in our head over and over again. When people have told us, you just like your father, you ain't gonna be nothing. You just like your mother, you ain't gonna be nothing. You just like somebody and so, and you're not going to make it. We hear that all the time. And many of
All
us
the
have
time.
grown up in situations where we've been told we're not going to make it when we're right inside our homes. And then we branch out into society and we're bombarded by so many isms, racism, sexism, that hold us back. But I hear you saying today, you know what? You've got to elevate yourself. And one of the ways that you did it was reading and changing
Reading
the narrative.
completely.
I love it. I love
Completely.
it. So just if you like what she just said and you're ready to change your narrative, go ahead and put a 4 in the comment below, because the next question for Miss Tanya is, how do people change their narrative? How do they do that?
The first thing is to be conscious about yourself.
Mhm.
Many people, they don't know their purpose. If you don't know where do you where do you want to go, you will not have how to go there. So
Right.
the first thing is to understand your purpose, is to understand your talents, is to understand your abilities, is to understand what you want to do. What is your how? What is your
Mhm.
why? And many people, they don't understand, and they don't know, and they didn't meet themselves. So it's strange, but we have to meet ourselves as we are meeting a friend.
Yes.
Understand what they like,
Mhm.
understand what they don't like, understand their reactions, understand their weakness, understand their strength. And this is a practice thing, and it's all learning by doing it to make that conversations with yourself. So this is the first step. And after that, you will be conscious that if I'm not okay or I'm not having all the results that I want to achieve, so I have to do something else. I have to change something. I have to change my habits. Maybe I'm not doing all the things I can.
Yes.
Maybe I'm doing the wrong things. Maybe my thoughts are so negative. They are sabotaging my life and sabotaging my results. So this is really the first step. And then after that, of course, you have to find your inspiring people, your idols, the example that the how and what
Yes.
you want to achieve in your life. This is a source of inspiration, but it's also a source of knowledge learning, seeing what they are doing,
Wow.
what they did, what was the simple, unique thing that they have. This is a source of learning also. Okay. The third thing is knowledge. Knowledge. You know, many people are able to go and buy material things, to buy cell phone, to go and buy a dress, to go and whatever, everything that you can see. But many and most of the people are not willing to buy books, are not willing to buy
Yep.
coaching sessions, are not
Yes.
willing to buy trainings, because are
Yes.
so abstract that you can't see the impact of your life. But I can tell you something. When you acquire knowledge, that knowledge never go out of yourself. So it's a knowledge forever. It's different from a cell phone that will broke in the middle of the process. It's different from a shoes that will only use for 1 year. So invest in knowledge. Invest in
Yes.
knowledge, because this is the source of you, of yourself, of your learning that will grow with you. So this is the third thing, knowledge. And then the
Wow.
fourth thing is action. Action. Because you can acquire everything you want, but if you not exercise yourself, trying to understand the A point and the B point, because we are different. Okay,
Yes.
all of us, we can acquire the same knowledge and have different results because of our action, because of
Yes.
our mindset, because of our experience itself. We are on different stations on our lives. So the third thing is taking action, and then the third thing is training your motivation. Because in all of this process, if you don't have motivation, you will not have enough energy, you will not have enough persistence to carry on, despite the fails, despite the errors, despite all obstacles that you will face on your road. And this is part of the process of growing. There is no growing itself without failing, without sometimes going down. This is part of the process of growing. So you have to understand that it will not be easy. So these are the kind of some of the instruments that I consider are very important to you to prepare yourself to success. Change your mindset, change your
Yes.
habits, try new things,
Yes. Woo.
understanding that all this process is learning by doing,
Yes.
and you will leverage yourself, training yourself and training your persistence and your motivation.
Woo-wee! I told y'all she was powerful. I told y'all this right here. She is on
Yeah.
fire. And if you believe that she is on fire, put a number 5 in the comment below. Put a number 5 in the comment below. Because look, If you haven't, if you have not gotten your notepad, you're going to get burned up. You're going to get burned up because we talked about leveraging your role models. Well, guess what? Here's a role model for you. Tanya Tomei is bringing the fire to you. And if you're not ready, if you're not a note taker, guess what? You definitely won't be a money maker. You know why I say that? Because we all know note takers are money makers, and she is on fire. So, Tanya, I'm going to look at some of the comments. I'm going to take some of your comments from you right now. Larry, CEO of Live with Larry, he says, hi, beautiful lady, and your wonderful guest speaker. Love you from Live with Larry from North Carolina, or Live with Larry, that is. And I'm going to go down. And Angie said, please share, like, start a watch party. If you have not started a watch party and you really want to help somebody come up in their life, and you want to come up in your life, start a watch party and invite people. Don't just start a watch party, but invite people to the party. Okay. Hey, let me tell you this. You talked about the narrative. Guess what? All the way in Perth, Australia, Merel Tulakimi, she is reading the book. So if you're not reading that book, you're going to get that book. But I'm going to share some other books with you later, because guess what? Miss Tomei is a sensational author also, and she has some books, and we're going to share them with you. So I got some 4s in the comments below. It's just amazing. Fire, love it. 5s, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. So I told you, bring your notepad. She's dropping jewels here. And if you haven't the wherewithal to pick up these jewels, you're going to be in the same place today that you were last year, or you're probably already there because you weren't a note taker then. But you can change that today, because note takers are money makers. And you will be way different next year at this same time. In fact, tomorrow, in the next hour after this broadcast, you'll be different. You know why? Because you took the notes to help you help yourself ignite and take flight. So, wow, that was amazing. I just wanted to jump up and do backflips myself. I'm telling you, because you really helped us to realize that we have to be prepared. We have to plan, we have to prepare, and we have to take action. But I love what you led in with. We got to learn by doing. And that's the only way many of us are really going to learn and hold it. Because once we have the knowledge, folks, nobody could take that away from you. If you remember years ago, slaves, women, they were not allowed to go to school. They were not allowed to vote. But once we acquired the knowledge, once we were allowed to read, and some of us lost our lives because we were saying by any means necessary, we were going to read. We learned. And we learned to leverage our role models. So I want to say, outside of the book, who is your role model that helped you get to where you are today?
And you are asking again, but in a different format.
Yes. Exactly. See, if they don't give it to you the first time, you gotta keep asking. Because my role models are people that are gone from here. Okay, my role models are like Dr. Dreyer, or Think and Grow Rich, the phenomenal. See, now I can't even think of his name. That's a shame. But I read books like even people like this, Mr. Robert J. Moore, okay? Napoleon Hill from Think and Grow Rich. Those are my role models. And sometimes I didn't get it the first time, so I went back and I knocked on their door again. It's me. Hey, Les Brown, it's me. Hey, Oprah Winfrey, it's me. Yeah, I said Oprah, y'all. Okay. So I'm knocking again. Who is your role model?
Okay. Okay, beside my family, I can tell you that there were many different people unconscious mentors,
Yes.
people that are really reading the books,
Yes.
Alvin Toffler,
Mhm.
Nelson Mandela,
Awesome.
Oprah Winfrey,
Yes.
with all the experience she has and inspiration.
Mhm.
When you have someone that is black, that
Mhm.
is doing what she's doing to leverage herself to the
Yes.
position she is an inspiration, because
Yes, it is.
that means you can if she
Yes.
can't, you can. So
Yes.
it's very powerful.
I love
We
it.
have Barack Obama. I love
Yes.
Barack Obama,
Yes.
and I love and when I share Barack Obama, I can't forget to share also Michelle Obama,
Yes.
because they are a truly powerful couple with energy, with knowledge,
Yes.
with all the source of motivation to impact people, to change the narrative. So they did well, and hopefully, I know that they will carry on doing well. Amazing work that they are doing. Then I have the philosophers.
Yes.
I have Platon, I have Aristotle's,
Yes.
I have Descartes.
Hmm.
You know, all of my life, I had an affection to philosophy, a very strong affection to philosophy.
Hmm.
And I can say to you that they did build my willing to share not only my knowledge, but my willing to reflect about society, about how can I bring a solution for a certain problem. And all of this, I was, with 12, with 13 years old, with 14 years old, I was reading a lot of
Yes.
philosophy. And for me, it was really one of the best sources of empowering myself to have an opinion, to
Yes.
stand to my
Yes.
opinion.
Yes.
I don't have to follow anyone. I can have my
Woo.
own opinion, my own reflection, if I can argument and defend myself with my own ideas.
Awesome.
So for me, if you say to me and ask me again, your role models, my philosophers, all of them,
Woo-wee.
all.
I love it. I love it. So I want to say thank you for sharing that. And see, she's so smart because she saw me come back door and asked the same question because I wasn't giving up. You know why? Because, like I said, tenacity, tenacity. You can never stop because you don't want to go to the rock that may not be able to give you the information that you need. You want to go to the role model. You want to go to someone who's done it. And Tanya Tomei, she has done it. Okay. And a lot of us need to know how so that we can push through because if she's done it, you can do it too. So thank you for sharing that. I want to give a special shout out all the way in Mexico, Oscar Delgado, mi amigo, mi hermano, muchas gracias for being here. I really appreciate you being here. And he is one of the co-authors of my upcoming book, Quebrando Barreras. It's coming out next month. So I appreciate you being here. And the fabulous Sean Lovely Saxton, the co-author of Stepping in Our Territories. Great to see you. So happy that you're here. And she said period poo, but I think she said period pow. That's right. Period pow. Thank you so much. Yes. And tenacity and Larry Page of Live with Larry. Thank you so much for sending that for. And now, as we know, Tanya said that you have to be a reader. And I say that readers are achievers and note takers are money makers. And as she said earlier, we have to learn by doing and we have to leverage our role models because so many of our role models, Tanya, they're dying right around us. Okay. And if we don't latch on to the knowledge that they have, we're going to be lost. So, how would you encourage people who say, well, I don't have no realistic role model? I don't have a person in my private life as my role model, because I heard you say, just like I said, like one of my role models is Napoleon Hill. Another one of my role models is Miss Monroe, who she created Polo University, which was one of the first black universities for women of color that specialized in hair, along with Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker was actually her protege, and then Madam C.J. Walker branched out. She did what her role model taught her, and then she went even further. And so you've shared too that you look to Mr. Barack Obama and Mrs. Michelle Barack Obama. Okay, I put it all together. You got that? Because we have to have a mastermind. See, they say behind every good man is a great, phenomenal, stupendous, magnificent, fabulous woman. And oftentimes behind that great woman is an awesome, amazing, incredible, empowering man. But sometimes it's our grandmas, it's our uncles, it's our aunties, and sometimes it's perfect strangers. And if any one of you are feeling down today, I encourage you, look up. And if you've fallen down, like Les Brown say, if you can fall with your back on the ground and you can look up, you can get up. I challenge you this, because so many people are falling flat on their face. If you fall on your face and if you can push up, you can get up. And we're here today to help you up. So, why is it important, Tanya, for people, if they don't have people in their family to be a role model? Why is it important for them to look outside of their families or outside their immediate core to look and find role models?
Indeed, in fact, in the process of learning,
Mhm,
the first thing that we have to do is to see
mhm.
other people that is already doing.
Yes.
And this has two different things. One thing
Mhm.
is really the learning that comes from looking, seeing, and facing all the things that are related to that person, that role model. The second thing, and this is very important, is stimulus, the stimulus that you receive in your body, that is possible, that is possible. If you see that is possible, you will have more energy to train yourself to take action and realize all the dreams that you have. So there are two things. The first thing is what I'm saying to you is the knowledge that you can acquire on the process of seeing someone that is already doing. And the second thing is the energy and motivation and this understanding that is possible to do because you're already seeing someone that did achieve something. So these two combinations are really important in the process of achieving your purpose, achieving your dream. So inspiration is one of the best motivation. When you see this word, this amazing word, for me is the best word ever is motive and action, because you have the combination of two words, motive and action. This is motivation. Motive, having your purpose and then taking action to achieve your purpose and achieve your motive. So for me, everything we have to do to achieve our purpose is related to train our outer motivation. And one of the things is to be inspired by our role models.
I love that. Be inspired by our role models. So I would say that we can always look out, even though you're locked in with COVID, you can always look out. Use your technology and look out, because it's possible. Okay. Be inspired by your role models. But you have to have a motive and you have to know what your why is. Like she shared with us earlier, you got to know your why, because your why will help you when everything else looks terrible. Your why will help you understand that you cannot stop. Like we had some technical difficulties earlier today, but guess what? It didn't stop us. We're still here. We're still here. So I want to ask you this. Why is it so important for people to get clear on their why as they use and leverage their role models to use that motivation?
Because indeed, just sharing a little bit of the 7 principles of Saxonergy. Saxonergy is my leadership training.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing to lead the us, you have to lead your I. And to
Yes.
lead your I, you have to understand yourself. I did
Mm-hmm.
say in the beginning of this session how important it is to be conscious about yourself. So to be conscious about yourself, that means that you have to understand yourself. The first thing that you have to understand is your purpose, is to understand what do you want to achieve in your life. What is your why? What is
Yes.
your talent? What is your gift? What are the things that you are prepared to be here? And generically, you have a generical purpose in many different spheres of your life. You have a purpose in your family, you have a personal purpose, you have a purpose in your career, in your business, okay? So you have purpose and goals and objectives in all of these spheres. But you have to be conscious about that purpose, that objectives, and that goals. Because if you don't have that, you can have the focus to go and to work to achieve that. So the first thing is to be conscious about your purpose. The second thing is to prepare yourself to be with that energy and passion related to your purpose. It's not passion about the life, it's passion, focus on your purpose, focus on your goals. That's why I have a quote that is marry with your purpose. Marry with your purpose. Because it's the only way that you have to have all the energy needed to sacrifice yourself and put everything, and don't
Yes.
quit. That's why until you win. So you have to be married your purpose. So you have the being conscious about the purpose. Second P is passion about your purpose and marry with your purpose. The third one is make plans. Make plans, because after you decide that you have this purpose, this objective in all the spheres or one sphere, you have to make a strategy to take
Yes.
action. And everything until you go to the third P, that is
Mm-hmm.
taking action, is praxis, is
Mm-hmm.
prepare yourself to action. Even this word is
Ooh,
beautiful.
yes.
Preparation is prepare to action. Prepare to action. So you have to prepare yourself with the knowledge. You have to prepare yourself with the conscience. You have to prepare yourself with the love. You have to prepare yourself to go to the phase of taking action. Because when you
Yes.
decide to take that action, you
Mm-hmm.
have to be prepared. So that
Fantastic.
is
Wow.
completely. Yeah.
Woo! That's awesome. Listen, folks. We are going to share. I just shared one of her books with you. I had it on the screen and I'm going to share it again. But if you have not liked, shared, and started a watch party, you need to do that. You need to do that because someone needs to hear her voice. Someone needs to hear my voice. Someone needs to hear you call them into action on their life. And also, I just want to take this moment to say hey to George Pass. Good to see you. George says, I love what you guys are saying, and I wish I could wait, but I gotta hustle money and music and as well business we doing. Thanks to you both. Love you. Mwah. We love you too, George. We appreciate you and pass our message on. And Kanan, the phenomenal author, Kanan Harper, he is here with us. Good to see you, Kanan. Kanan is all the way out of Chi-Town. It's so good to see you. So good to have you here with us today. Thank you so much. And My heart is so full. Thank you, Sean Lovely Saxton. Lotus Richey, you are one of my role models too. Thank you so much. I am humbly honored. And I love what she says. Tanya, she says to call someone a role model means they have or had an impact on you. So, with that being said, I want to say yes. I want to say yes to that. And if you love what Tanya is sharing, please put a number six in the comment below. And if you want to reach out to her, because remember, she's a coach. If you want to reach out to her, please put a number six in the comment below. So, with that being said, Kanan said, preach, Sister Rod, preach. So, yes, so true, all the way out of South Carolina. Daisy, thank you so much. So, I really want to share a comment when we were talking about who are our role models, right? Sean Lovely Saxon said that one of my role models was my mother, grandmothers, my aunt Ruthie, my teachers and spiritual mothers in the church, Maya Angelou, Angela Davis, the Obamas. And I would challenge each and every one of you that's viewing today in the comment below, put who one of your role models is, and I'm going to put who one of my role models is. How about that? And I just shared who my role model is, okay? And I challenge you to do the same. My role model is my mother and my father. Okay, both of them are role models to me because they they started me out, Tanya, growing up in an environment where I saw love. I saw patience, I saw kindness, but I also saw butt whoopings too. If I got out of line, my parents didn't play. But what was most important that they shared with me was to make sure I respect people. And I want to ask you this. Why is it so important that people understand that they have to respect their elders and their role models, Tanya?
Um, about you are starting about respect to other people, and there are so many people that really they did really experience. They have lots of experience. I
Yes.
truly believe that uh, 80% of our acquiring knowledge are related to experience yourself. So this is the school of life. Okay, this is the school of life, and that is the way that I can really evaluate if this is a good coach, this is a good teacher, this is a good leader, this is a
Mhm.
good entrepreneur, is by experience. Is by experience, as I say to you, learning by doing. So when you have elder people, most of the time, of course, there are exceptions, okay, but most of the time they did experience life. They did learn how to face challenge. They
Yes.
did learn the persistence that they have to face new challenge and to recover themselves and to wake up and to stand and carry on working carry
Yes.
on working to achieve their dreams.
Mhm.
But I have to say also that sometimes they will say to you things that are not related to
Mhm.
the new generation. So,
Yes.
not everything people say to you
Mhm.
is what you have to use as a source of motivation or as a source of knowledge or as a source of stimulation to achieve your dream. And just to share one example, when I was 12 years old, I was a very entrepreneurial woman. I did starting making jewelry and selling at school,
Right.
and everything, I had the opportunity to see. I was like, I want to sell this thing. I want to sell this thing. And that was a one experience in my house. I had a dog, and the
Yes.
dog had the children, had the
Mhm.
babies.
Mhm.
And when I see that, I was 12, I think I was 12 or 13 years old. I can't remember properly. But when I see the babies of my dog, I say, I have to sell these baby dogs. So I,
Entrepreneur, y'all.
so I borrowed some small money and I went to a newspaper to put my publicity there. In this house, you can buy dogs,
Yes.
small dogs. And we start in that time it was only the fixed phones.
Yes.
So they start calling to my house that baby traditional phones. And when my parents were aware about that, oh Jesus, I can tell you. They say, you can't do that. You can't do that because if you have small dogs, we have to offer. We can't sell that for people. You can do that. So I can tell you that my parents are not entrepreneurial
Right.
because they only in all their lives they see that if you have to do something is only with that perspective of giving
Yes.
without any money. You have to offer things. If you have 5 dogs in your house, please give someone as a gift. And
Yeah.
I was willing to sell because I was willing to have money. So that is a very simple example that if I consolidate that advice in my body, maybe I didn't have this entrepreneurial person that I am today. So you have to choose what is important to you
Yes.
according to your purpose, according to
Yes.
your goals, respecting, always respecting the knowledge and advising of
Yes.
elders people. But you have to choose what is useful for you
Yes.
and what is useful for your energy and what is useful for your motivation. So this
Mhm.
is a learning process. Everything is a learning process. I did that because, as I said to you, my parents are my role model. I say that in
Yes.
the beginning, and I did learn a lot of things. This willing to learn, this willing to read, this willing to empower myself, this willing to be a better person, this willing to have knowledge. All my life I have been investing in knowledge. So
Yes.
this was a process, but I can tell you that I had to sometimes not accept some advices from my parents because it was not useful for my motivation, for my training, for my belief system. So
Wow.
you have to balance, cost and benefits, what is useful or not, according to your purpose and according to your goals.
Awesome. So I'm hearing you say the word balance. And a lot of times people aren't sure about how to balance. So as we're coming up on the top of our broadcast. But before we go out of our broadcast, I'm going to ask her to share one, why balance is important. And then we're going to talk about your books because I know you got a couple of books and I'm not letting you get off this broadcast without telling us about your book. And right now, I know it's nighttime for you. So I just want to get to the balance and get to the books. So tell us about the balance and then we got to get to the books.
The first thing about balance is to understand that you have many different stakeholders in your life.
Yes.
And stakeholders, let me share the people that are important in different spheres. So
Yes.
your family, your kid, your husband, your friends, and in that sphere, then you have your career. So you have your boss, so you have your colleagues that are really important to achieve this, and that. And your personal, in you are the ones that you have to understand. How can I move my energy? How can I move
Mhm.
all the resources? Because the best resources ever is inside of you. So the
Yes.
balance means that you will have many different activities in many different spheres of your life. And you have to start to understand that you have to be part of that. So if you have to be part of that, you have to um, understand that you have to do activities, that you have to manage your routine
Yes.
according to your needs, according to the needs of your stakeholders in many different spheres.
Mhm.
So if you do that, understanding that you have a routine, that you have to relax, you have to work hard, yes,
Mhm.
you have, but you have to relax. You have to entertain yourself. You have to take advantage of your present because your presence is your most beautiful gift.
That's
And the
true.
time is the only commodity you have.
Yes.
Because if you don't take advantage of that commodity called time, you will not live your
Mhm.
life, and life will goes
Wow.
on, and you will only look to the things that are already there. And this is the only thing you can't buy with money. You can have the biggest money in the world, but if you don't
Yep.
have time, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. You have many people that they are rich right now, but they
Mhm.
didn't take opportunity to leverage their time with quality. And what
Awesome.
happens if times is in the past? Is in the past. Will never come to the future. Never. So
Yes.
the most important commodity of your life is your time, and the way you put yourself taking advantage of your availability. Sometimes you will
Awesome.
feel that you don't have time. No worries. Think about your availability. Your availability is what you want to do with quality with your time. And
Yes.
start thinking that this is more important than the time you think that you have.
Yes.
So who do create your availability is you. So maybe sometimes you can control your time, but you can control your availability to use your time wisely.
Ooh.
So do it
So, wow.
because time is your best commodity.
Wow. So leverage your time. Time is your best commodity and manage your availability. So now we've talked about balance. That was balance. So now we're going to talk about books. So if you would, go ahead and put down for us in the comment below. And while she's doing this, put it in the chat, Tanya, how people can get a hold of you because we're going to talk about that in a minute. And if you like what she just said, and if you are working on managing your time, because I know for me, Tanya, that's been a hard thing because so much is going on. Even in the middle of COVID, being on lockdown, my business don't stop. I keep going. So if you are finding ways to manage your time effectively, put a number 7 in the comment below. Put a number 7 that you're really focusing on managing your time effectively and your availability. Because you know what, Tanya? It made me think that, you know what, we can manage our time all we want, but we have to make sure that we let people know when we're available and when we're not available. And we have to determine what's really important because sometimes, even though we're available because we're in the tub, taking a long bath, or we're eating, we think we're available to someone else. And so we always pick up the phone. But sometimes we can't pick up the phone. We got to just say, I'm managing my time to take rest. So, with that being said, as we continue to manage time, let's talk about books. So, right here, Tanya, I know you have some best selling books, and I want to talk about this top book right here. This book right here is called Accent Synergy, right? Did I say it right this time?
Suc-
Okay.
Almost. But you are getting there,
Synergy.
learning by doing.
Exactly, because let me tell you, when she and I talked, I was trying to pronounce it right, and she was coaching me so I can say it right, because it's really important. Synergy. And Synergy is a book
Woo!
talking about, I got it, woohoo! About activating your energy. Discover all your success inside. So she's got this first book. So can you tell us a little bit about this book? And here I've got it for you folks. You can see it on Amazon. It's only $7 on Kindle. That's phenomenal. So can you tell us a little bit about this one?
Of course. This book is in an English version. In fact, I truly believe that all of us, we have success inside, we have success
Yes.
within us. And the most beautiful investor and resources is
Yes.
also inside. So I did put this book in place just to say to people that you are capable, you are able, it's possible, you can achieve your dream. And this book is a combination of all my learning as economist, as entrepreneur, as a finance director in the bank industry. I have been a banker in more than 13 years in my industry, and also spirituality, because you have to be conscious about yourself. You have to be conscious about your inner self. So you have many different exercise just to train yourself to be better, just to train yourself to understand yourself as a first thing that you have to do to lead yourself. Then the second part of the book is to lead teams, influence people. How can you lead with other people? But
Yes.
both of them, leading the us or leading the I, will mean that you will need to change your mindset. That's why we
Yes.
have a chapter about detox your mind, because we have so many different thoughts on a daily basis. Most of them are negative, and most of them,
Mm-hmm.
they influence us to have also negative results. So there are
Yes.
habits that we have to change. There are
Mm-hmm.
thoughts that we have to change. That's why we have to do this detox of your mind. And
Mm-hmm.
just to share with you as one
Mm-hmm.
tip that I
Mm-hmm.
know that is in the book, but there is a very unique thing, is the envy test. I did
Oh,
create
wow.
an envy test, because the envy, the
Uh-huh.
complaining,
Mm.
victimizing yourself are things that you have to take it out from your life and put on the garbage, because it's really,
Yes.
yes,
Wow.
just you have to take it out from your life. So detox your mind in one of the principles. Then we have 12 tips on
Mm-hmm.
how can you train your motivation, because everything you have to do to clean yourself and detox your mind is just to prepare yourself to be clean, to train your motivation, because motivation means energy, energy means success.
Awesome. I love that. And I never heard anyone say a envy test, because we always hear
Yes.
people keeping up with the Joneses. And we get so busy with keeping up with the Joneses, we forget to live our own lives. So I'm happy. I got to get that book. I know it's going to be super powerful. And when I get it, I'll do a read on it. I'll have a week, and I'll invite you folks to come with me on this journey and get this book. And this is the other book I want to tell you about. This is Sex Energy as well, in Spanish, and it's only $9.99. So can you tell us a little bit about why you wrote this in Spanish and Portuguese? This is the
Okay.
Portuguese edition.
This is the Portuguese. In fact, the Saxonergy book is in Portuguese, English, and Spanish. So it's the same book, but translated to this three different language, because I truly believe that it's very important to
Mm-hmm.
extend opportunity to empower other entrepreneurs and leaders in these different countries. And Portuguese, Spanish, and English are the language. Even though I am now working with Japanese and
Mm-hmm.
also Mandarin to China,
Yes.
and we are also working to the Saxonergy version for teenagers.
All right.
For teenagers. So yeah, these are the books. So you have, if you go down, you have other
Okay.
books,
All right. Let
because
me
this is
go
the
do that
same
for
book
you.
but in
Mm-hmm.
different languages.
Yes.
And very soon we have for teenagers and also for
Mm-hmm.
children.
Okay. So let me go back
Oh,
one step.
let go.
Okay. Here we
You
go.
can
All
go
right.
to my you can click on Tanya Tome, because it
Okay.
will go to my page.
Oh, awesome.
Tanya Tome.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you can go and click. Can you click on
Click
Tanya
here.
Tome?
Can I click here?
No, on here in the blue Tanya Tome. You can
Okay.
go
Let me
and then
see.
click here and
Oh, yeah. I see it.
here.
Here we go. All right.
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
So this is my author page, and
Mm-hmm.
here you have all my books. So you have
Yes.
these two books, the Sex Energy book.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have this yellow one, this yellow, completely yellow.
Yes.
Timing the Sun from
Mm-hmm.
Behind is a poetry book. Is one of
Yes.
my poetry books, and we did release this book in many
Mm-hmm.
different countries, Colombia, Venezuela, Angola, Brazil
Mm-hmm.
also.
Mm-hmm.
These Tanya Tome. Then you have this, after Sex Energy, you have this one. It's in Portuguese yet, but it's
Mm-hmm.
a romance.
Mm-hmm.
The name
Awesome.
of this romance is Conversations with Your
Mm-hmm.
Shadow.
Awesome. Awesome.
Conversations with Your Shadow. In fact, that was a presage. That
Mm-hmm.
was the first book that I did wrote as a
Mm-hmm.
beginning of Sex Energy, because
Mm-hmm.
conversations of your shadow is conversations with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
is conversations that you don't
Yes.
do as a usual thing, because it's your shadow. And if it's your
Right.
shadow, you don't see. And if you don't see, you think that it doesn't exist. But the shadow is there. The shadow
Right.
is there. So exist. So you have
Awesome.
to start to make that conversations with
Mm-hmm.
yourself as a
Mm-hmm.
beginning of understanding your inner self and understanding yourself. So this
Yes.
was my book. In I did release this book in 2012,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had many different other books also released in Brazil,
Awesome.
Angola, and many other countries. Yeah,
And so I
and I
know
do
right
think, I don't know
here.
if I
Uh-huh.
yes, no, let me know.
And I know right here, if they go to it and they play on it, you can hear her sing. You can hear her sing because for those of you that don't know, she can sing. No, she can't sing. She can blow. So what I want to share with you as we go out, I'm going to
Yes,
play this for you guys because I had already asked her to sing live. And this, what time is it over there now?
yes.
What time is it?
No, we are able. 8 o'clock,
All
half
right,
past eight.
fantastic. Fantastic. So, really quick, I'm going to share this with you. Go to her page. I just showed you how, and make sure you listen to this.
It's very doesn't have. This is in Portugal, indeed. I was delivering
Yes.
a leadership training. I was delivering a leadership training in Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
So we did start with in TV news, but
Yes.
it was really really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share also that for people that want to understand a little bit more also about my work, they could engage with me on Instagram, Tanya Tome
Fantastic.
Official, because I
Yes.
am always doing lives, talents,
Yes.
ballads, talking, sharing a little bit about saving,
Mm-hmm.
sharing a little bit about leadership, sharing a little bit about what can you do to ignite yourself, kind of tips. And as we are with COVID and in
Yes.
quarantine, I'm trying to not put people lazy and then say it's possible, let's engage. We are in a new era, but it is in a new era that you can do really revolutions.
Yes.
And I have a code that is, for
Mm-hmm.
higher challenge, you have the best flights.
Yes.
So take advantage of this challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and try to see opportunities on these difficulties. And
Yes.
one of them is investing in knowledge, investing in reading, because you have to go out from the quarantine
Yes.
better,
Then you
than
came in.
ever before.
Exactly.
So completely. So you have to train yourself. And fortunately, we have
Mhm.
internet and we have so many different information. I can tell you
Exactly.
that I did start learning beautiful
Mhm.
things and start doing even designing, even doing websites by myself, only by
Wow.
research on internet. So
Yes.
the and this example of internet is an example of our lives. We have different resources. The only thing that we
Yes.
have to do is to look with proper eyes, because we
Yes.
are not looking the best way we can. That's why you are
Exactly.
not, we are not, seeing opportunities. If you're not seeing opportunities, it's because you are not looking properly.
Exactly.
So try and try and try again, because everything that is outside is in fact inside of us. So if we start energizing ourselves with our motivation, with our focus, we will find opportunities
Yes,
and
we
we will
will.
find the way we can to succeed.
I love it. So I want to say, for those of you that recently joined us, Deidre Douglas, good to see you. Thank you so much for your comments. Robert J. Moore, again, thank you. Gerald Peterson, great to see you. BB Tobin, good to see you. Tobon, BB Tobin, good to see you. Remarkable author, by the way. She is also a co-author of my upcoming book, Cabreras. We are going to rock this place. It's so wonderful. Michael Hampton out of Georgia, good to see you. And folks, go ahead, if you haven't put where you're coming in from, please go ahead and put where you're coming in from. Norman Bryan, I think he's out of Philly. Good to see you. And so many other folks are coming in. And if I don't see you, please take it for love. We are happy that you're here. We have reached the top and the bottom and the middle of our broadcast. And if you missed this broadcast with Miss Tanya Tomei, you have missed something, but hit the replay, like, share, and start a watch party. Now, you guys got the best of the best. She encouraged you. She told you to basically stay away from negativity and make good choices. She also told you to tap into your greatness. She told you to leverage your time, because time leveraging is super important. Even we learned about this and Good Dad and Poor Dad, right? We've been told time and time again by Mr. Kiyosaki to manage our time. So she's sharing this. She's one of the greatest speakers on the planet. I'm saying it so you know, just in case you don't know who's in front of you. She's saying the same thing that Oprah Winfrey did, that Napoleon Hill did, that Dr. Dwayne Dreyer did. She's saying leverage your time. She also said, well, she didn't say this. I said this. She's awesome. That's right. And she's on fire. She is on fire. Okay. So if you missed it, you missed some. Woo! That's right. I told you to keep it thing. So she also said, get clear about what you want to do, and leverage your role models. Find someone outside your circle, if you don't have anyone in your circle, to be a role model, because you know what? If they did it, you can do it too. And she consistently says this. Take advantage of your technology. We have many people that don't know how to use technology, like my mom. She is learning technology. My mom pops onto my broadcast. She's getting on her computers and all that. Take the opportunity to leverage your technology, and also try to understand who your stakeholders are. But most importantly, learn by doing. You can do anything you want to do, because guess what? Nobody can keep you down but you. You know, this is another thing that we shared. She said, be conscious about yourself and know your purpose. Know your purpose, because you are capable, you are able, and you have success energy. And be married to your
Well
purpose.
said.
I love it. So I said I wasn't going to let her off this broadcast until she graced us with her beautiful voice. So if you would, take us to another world with your voice, and then we'll close down this broadcast for today, for this moment, but we'll always be around forever with the brilliant Tanya Tomei. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So I will be sharing in my native language, Nyingugu Haladza. Okay. Zengalangi uani guganella munyu wangu gubali bangani niu ungu engeza munyu wangu nyagu 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 la 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 ungu engeza munyu wangu nyagu 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 la la
Let me do the thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! You guys could not hear me screaming and hollering. She did it again because she is on fire. So, Tanya, please share with our guests how they can reach you. We know they can reach you through Amazon to get your book. We know that they can reach you through Instagram. How else can they reach you?
If they Google myself on Google, they will see most of the links. They are really important. But the
Yes.
Instagram, I truly believe that is the easy thing. Tanya Tome Official is
Yes.
my official Instagram. Then they have my website also, www.tanyatome.com is easy. And on Amazon is you can just put Tanya Tome and then you will see my books and then you can choose
Yes.
Saxonergy English version without any
Yes.
problem. But
Yes.
because I'm a public person in many different countries, more than 15 years, if you
Yes.
Google myself, you will always find all my links without any problem.
Yes. And so we have a lot of folks on the broadcast from the Philippines, from Puerto Rico, from Mexico, from Japan, Australia, all over the world. So if you need a book in a different language like Portuguese, English, Spanish, she's already got them. And she's
Spanish is
working,
there.
right. And she's working on other languages. So don't sleep on Tanya Tomei. And if you want her on your broadcast, reach out to her. She's awesome to work with. She's a phenomenal spiritual being having this human experience. And she will be happy to have a wonderful and spiritual experience while we are being human beings. So, with no further ado, we love you, we appreciate you, and we want to continue to inspire you to always ignite and take flight. Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. We love you and have a good night, good morning, good
Thank
day.
you.
Thanks, Tanya. See you guys next time.
Insanity.